Hello, everyone. My name is Lady Pixelheart, and today I'll be talking about 5 red flags when dealing with difficult clients. Welcome back to Commissions 101. Yes, that's what I decided to call this series of videos I've been making about the business side of commission work. Today, we're going to be going over when to end business relationships with clients by discussing 5 red flags to watch out for when dealing with difficult clients. If you watched my last video about dealing with difficult clients, then you already know the 5 types of clients that give most of us artists headaches on a consistent basis. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest going to watch that and the other videos on the Commissions 101 playlist that I'll link here in the iCard. Anywho, let's go over 5 situations that I consider red flags that you need to end business with a client. Red flag number 1. The client is very disrespectful. As I mentioned in my previous video, demanding/aggressive clients are probably the worst to deal with. They're also the most common type of client you'll have to deal with when you first start off. I went over ways to deal with them before, but I think it's important to state this. You shouldn't have to deal with this type of client. They're mean, obnoxious, and just no good for anyone's mental health. Usually they're either criticizing your pricing, telling you your art is overrated, or just being impatient. Please don't do business with this type of client if you can help it. What should you do if you already started doing business with this type of person? Well, the best course of action now is to complete the job and then let them know that they'll be blacklisted from further commissions due to their behavior. If you haven't taken business from someone like this yet, or you haven't started on their art yet, you should probably decline to take their commission or refund them. I found a lot of times when I threaten to refund a commission when someone is being rude to me, they'll often change their tune and be more respectful. Be sure that you use professional sounding words when communicating to these clients. Don't just send them something like, "You're a jerk, I don't want to do business with you anymore, here's your refund." "I'm sorry, you just don't seem to be satisfied with my work. I don't think I'm the right fit for you. I'll be wishing you a refund. Have a great day." Also, take screenshots of your conversations with them, and if necessary, you might want to tell your fellow artists about this client, either by word of mouth or through a beware. Quick explanation of bewares here. A beware or call-out post is a post people make in the art community to warn fellow artists or clients of people with bad behavior. Note, you should only make a beware on someone if you know for certain they are going to either A, spread misinformation about you, or they do business with a lot of your fellow artists. Don't go making unnecessary bewares or starting drama. If you do, it will make people scared to do business with you. Red flag 2. The client is sus. I'm sure many of you have come across someone who is, for lack of better terms, sus. You know what I'm talking about. You're talking with someone about a potential commission and everything seems to be going well. They seem friendly and they want your art. Both of these things are great. But then you get to discuss payment and things get weird.
"Can I pay you with Dogecoin? I can't pay you because my PayPal account was banned. It should be back in a week. Can I pay you then? Can I pay you with Steam gift card? My mom took my credit card, so I'm using hers."
These are all examples of situations I've encountered with suspicious clients. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of acceptable ways to pay for a commission if you're okay with them. Venmo, Cash App, DA points, coffee, and of course, PayPal. But when someone knows you only accept a certain kind of payment and they want to do a go-around, it comes off as very suspicious. And most of the time I found that type of behavior is a big red flag to be avoided because these types of clients will scam you out of money. As much as you might want somebody's business, it's important in this situation that you stay firm to your payment methods and your payment process. As I said before in one of my other videos, take payment upfront. Don't let other people push you around or change your process. It's okay to do a payment plan if it's needed. I take payment plans for commissions over $50, and I usually only split the bill into 2 or 3 invoices max. However, I make sure the full amount is paid before I do any work. This is the best course of action for both me and my clients. This way I can adjust to people's paychecks and still get paid what I'm owed for my work. Red flag 3. The client makes you uncomfortable. It's great to make friends with your clients. It's great to build relationships with them. It's not so great when a client uses a friendship to start making you uncomfortable or get certain favors from you. It could be things like being inappropriate towards you with lewd messages or sending you pictures that you didn't ask for, if you know what I mean, etc. If someone is doing something that makes you uncomfortable, it's like Sonic says,
That's no good.
how do we deal with someone who makes us uncomfortable? We let them know. Sometimes the only way to deal with these types is to be direct. Something like, I like that we're such good friends, and I'd like to stay friends, but it makes me uncomfortable when you blank blank blank. If you said something like this in this type of situation and the client still isn't respecting your boundaries, then it's probably time that you end your work relationship with them. The best way to do this is to say something like, I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable doing business with you anymore. It's important to me that my clients respect my boundaries, and unfortunately, you haven't done that. Thank you for all the business we've had in the past, though. Good luck to you with your future endeavors. Red flag 4. The client is sus. Part 2. Copyright boogaloo. This is another thing that just comes off as sus, but I feel like it deserved its own category. This can include clients who want you to do work, usually fan art, and then request that you either remove your watermark or ask you to sell your artwork on merchandise. This is something that definitely needs to be included in a TOS if you haven't already stated it. You should have a section of your TOS or terms of service discussing how work you made is to be used. You can find more details on terms of service in my other videos. If the work you do includes a character that belongs to the client, it should be fair for them to sell art of it, right? Well, that's debatable. Many people will tell you yes, since it's their OC. But honestly, even if someone has taken out the official paperwork to have copyright on their OC, your art is still under your own form of copyright as well. The most fair thing for you to do in this situation is to inform the client that you wish to keep your watermark/signature on your work. This is proof that you did work on this piece, and it's a calling card to get people to look you up. Do not budge on this, you'll regret it. Without proof, people can take your work and claim it as their own and scam clients out of money, etc., etc. The second thing you should do is to ask for a split of the profits. There are actual guidelines out there for how much royalties a freelancer should be getting for when it comes to merchandise. Also, if the client refuses your terms, you might have a legal issue on your hands, which is a bigger issue I won't get into here. Usually, if someone approaches me with a job offer that includes selling my work as merch, I tend to avoid it because copyrights are a headache and I can't afford a lawyer. However, if you choose to do this, be sure to do your homework and look up all the proper guidelines. Trust me, you don't want to end up like the college student who made the Nike logo.
If you caught this reference, please put a tennis shoe emoji in the comment section.
And finally, red flag number 5, clients who have a history. You can't see me doing air quotes, but I'm doing air quotes. This can include 3 things. 1, a client who tells you that they've been banned from several different art communities. 2, a client who has a beware written on them or you've heard bad things about. 3, a client who badmouths a particular artist out of nowhere. This is technically 3 more red flags, but I figured I'd bundle them all together here. In any 3 of these situations, you'll get a client who comes off as fine on the surface, but as you encounter them more and more, you'll start to see behaviors that are really, really bad. A client who straight up tells you that they've been banned from an art community is someone you should be wary of, especially if they don't explain the reason for the ban when asked. And yes, you should ask them if they tell you about this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying every person who's banned from a Discord server or a subreddit is a criminal. People have been banned for dumb reasons in the past. What's important here is that you get the reason and make your own judgments on if you want to deal with this person. Just be safe, okay? Clients who already have bewares are not necessarily a be-all and all situation either. We all do dumb things, and I can definitely say without a doubt in my mind I am not the same person I was 7 years ago. I try to give some people the benefit of a doubt, especially if the beware was written a long time ago. However, there are situations that are unexcusable, no matter how long ago they happened. This is another judgment call. If you want to be absolutely safe, though, you can always refuse everyone who has a beware on them. That is totally within your rights to do. But try not to be too judgmental if you can help it. The weirdest and most telling red flag, in my opinion, is when a client approaches you and starts to badmouth another artist out of completely nowhere. Now, there's nothing wrong with a client being dissatisfied with another artist if the artist either scammed them out of money or was rude to them. However, if a client starts to badmouth something about an artist that has no cause for concern, that's a big red flag that you should avoid this person. Because if they're willing to gossip about another artist, they'll probably do the same to you. I, for one, do not tolerate people who gossip about me or others. I don't have time for your tea and drama, sis, okay? Be gone! In conclusion, whatever the case, when you're dealing with a client or a situation that just feels off, be sure to take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your art. I would say that only 20% of my experience selling art online has been negative. Most people I've come across have been fairly pleasant, and I can say for certain all my current loyal clients are very kind, understanding people. Once you get that good circle of loyal clients, it's a great feeling. Until then, you might have to do some weeding out here and there, but just do your best and I'm sure that you'll get to where you belong. That's it for this video. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Also, if you have the time, please feel free to leave a comment with a story of a time you dealt with something that you consider a red flag, or maybe even suggest another topic you'd like to see in a future Commissions 101 video. Now it's time for the Patreon thank yous! Thank you very much to Aaron C., Alatus T., Brookie J., Captain Kiri, Captain Lila, Kathy Jaws, Darnell G., Darth Facetious, Dylan Baranowski, Inspector Raff, Coda Alfrez, Fallen One, V is for Yoshi. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.